This is IGN. After weak holiday sales, Nintendo Switch 2 production has been cut by 33%. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, fans have ridiculed the appearance of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Disney's upcoming live-action Moana remake, which has been compared to a T-Mobile commercial in comments online. The new trailer gave fans their first proper look at Johnson, who reprises his voice role as the tattooed demigod. But the response to his appearance has not been positive, with many calling out Johnson's wig and the CGI effects designed to amplify his physique as looking like a parody. Also, where are The Rock's nipples? Others suggested Johnson looked like his face had been added using AI, adding to the appearance that many of the trailer's shots were the product of heavy computer generation, despite it being a live-action movie. Hundreds of millions of dollars wasted so Dwayne Johnson can don a terrible wig and deliver the same lines, but with worse timing, wrote one fan's blistering response. Aside from criticism of Johnson's character specifically, fans have more general concerns around the movie's appearance. All criticism aside, however, there's no suggestion yet this response will actually impact the movie's box office. The similar remake of Lilo and Stitch made over $1 billion in theaters last year and will now get a live-action sequel, while many more remakes are also in the pipeline, with Tangled up next. And Marvel has announced a release date for The Punisher: One Last Kill, its upcoming one-off special starring Jon Bernthal's gun-toting anti-hero, ahead of his appearance in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Officially titled as Marvel Television Special Presentation, The Punisher: One Last Kill, the hour-long episode will debut via Disney Plus on May 12th. That's the same day as the finale of Daredevil Born Again's 8-episode second season, which began streaming new episodes weekly, meaning that Marvel TV fans from the Netflix era have a particularly exciting 8 weeks ahead. Read the full story right now at IGN.com. Nintendo has reportedly cut back on manufacturing Switch 2 consoles following weaker-than-expected holiday sales for the console. That's according to Bloomberg, whose sources say Nintendo now expects to make 4 million Switch 2 units this quarter, down 33% on the 6 million it previously planned to manufacture. Nintendo recently confirmed it had sold fewer Switch 2 consoles internationally over the holiday period than it had once hoped, particularly in the US, though the impact of this had also been dulled somewhat by stronger sales in its homeland of Japan. Speaking to shareholders last month, Nintendo President Shintaro Furukawa acknowledged that, quote, domestic hardware sales volume exceeded our expectations, while overseas sales were slightly weaker than our expectations. Something that had also previously been reported and discussed with IGN by video games market analysts. Overall, Bloomberg's report isn't a huge surprise. A company with more units sat in warehouses naturally needs fewer additional units to align with demand, and there's no suggestion Nintendo will adjust its general expectation of Switch 2 units sold for the year. Still, this peek behind the curtain will likely ruffle some Nintendo feathers at a time when the company's share price is still recovering from its sky-high 2025 peak. Overall, Switch 2 remains Nintendo's fastest-selling console at launch ever, with an explosive arrival propelled by the recent success of the original Switch. But all eyes will be on Nintendo now to shore up its lineup of Switch 2 games for the rest of 2026, when fans hope they'll finally get a new 3D Mario platformer in time for Christmas. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console, and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
SpokenLayer.